I know there is pike in here, and I'm gonna have one on my new reel as well. It is such a cheap reel, but it's a bait runner and I need it, not for pike fishing obviously, for my carp fishing, but I'm going to try it. It's loaded with £10 line, which if you're thinking, oh my god, a pike's going to bite through that, yes it probably is. So I'm going to use a trace, a braided trace on top of it with a lure. So let's have a look at the lures. Right, so I've got a bit of a mixture, a smorgasbord if you will. I've got green and silver at the top, green and like a yellowy kind of colour, and then obviously black and gold. I think I'm probably going to try, I mean they might be a bit big, but because I know there's some jack pike in here, but I might try this one just because it's got a bit of silver on it. I know there's like little fish in here that the pike eat that's silver. Look, just like this, that top one there would be a great one to use. The only problem is with that is it's weighted, and it's a very this lake is a very like snaggy bottom, and I don't want that to sink too quick. It's only about 2 foot deep. I don't want it to sink too quick and get bloody snapped off. Guys, I've just finished work. I've come down here for an hour or so. This is the witching hour, okay? So the light is just going down, the day is ending. This is when the pike come out on the feed. They love a chase, they love a scrap, they're predatory fish. I'm no pike expert, and I'll be honest with you, I never fished for pike before. Okay, I fished for pike once before, and that means that my PB pike is in this lake. I'm convinced this lake is for the pike. And I'll tell you why my PB is in there, because I've only ever caught one pike before, and it was literally about £1. So proper jack pike. No, as I say, no idea if there's any big pike in here, but my PB is definitely in here. There's definitely got to be a pike in here that's bigger than £1. I hope there is, because I'm using quite a big lure. I'm excited. Let's see what we can get. Well, we've had no bites yet, but let me tell you, this reel, it was, honestly, I can't tell you how cheap it was. I probably could tell you how cheap it was, but I'm not going to. But it's, for the price I've paid, it's an incredible reel. It's a Shakespeare beta, whatever that means. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that this lure is the right lure. I don't think that this lure resembles any of the fish, the smaller fish that are in there that the pike are eating. So I'm going to give it a bit more of a go. It's got a rattle in it, so I'm hoping that kind of attracts a bit of attention, but I'm going to give it a little bit more of a go. See how we get on. If not, I'm going to put that smaller thing on and see if that produces anything. Well, I've seen a couple of swirls in the water, and I believe it to be pike chasing smaller fish. Now, this is what I've got on now. The only problem is with this, right? Yes, it looks a lot more like the fish that are in the lake, the smaller fish that the pike are chasing. I know that because I've netted a couple, but the only problem is with this is it hasn't got a treble on. It's just got one single barbed hook at the top, and that's what I'm worried about. If I catch anything, it might come off. That's if I catch anything. At the moment, we've had no takes on either of the two lures. I'm going to keep going. I feel like it's going to get better as it gets darker, but what I really need is some bread to throw in to let little fish, because I've been here before, and when you throw bread in to try and take carp off the top, you see like little fish attacking it, and you see like a big swirl and all the little fish jump. So I feel like I need some bread. I missed out on that really, but I have got some tiny micro pellets that I've thrown in just to attract the little fish. Hopefully the little fish come in and that attracts the pike. Well, as we are starting to lose light, which is a good thing, I'm going to come back to that area when it gets a bit darker. I'm just going to try some different areas of the lake just before it gets too dark. I say too dark, it can never get too dark really, but you know, it comes to a point where you just get eaten by midgies and you get cold and you don't want to be here. So before I get to that point, I'm going to try some other areas on the lake. It's been raining, but don't worry, I've got boots on. And come on, I've got to get pike. Oh my God. Guys, did you see that carp? Please don't tell me my fat ass was in the way. I saw the first thing jump and I thought it might have been a pike chasing some little fish. Then I saw the whole carp come out. That was mad. I got a pike, guys, I got a pike. Wow. Guys, honestly, look. Oh, he's jumped off. Well, guys, he's a bit dirty, so I do apologise. But there is me saying that my PB pike is in here. Look at this. It's the smallest pike to ever exist. But hey, at least I haven't blanked. Look at this. I can't even hold it. It's so small. Madness. How is that? The lure is literally half the size of that. But I caught one. Let's get him back. That is crazy. Honestly, look. This is the size of my lure. He's actually, to be fair, he's actually eaten it like quite well. Look, that's the size of my lure. He was literally, well, okay, he was a bit bigger than that, but that is probably the smallest pike I've ever seen on YouTube at all. I'm gonna, yeah, should I title this video, the smallest pike on YouTube? It's gotta be close, it has to be close. Maybe I've got a PB, smallest pike. That's mad, but hey, at least I caught one. But honestly, I'm so happy that I've caught one. That's the second pike I've ever caught, and I genuinely did not think I would catch one smaller than my first one. Madness. I've moved a bit further on down the lake now. I'm going to try another area. So happy that we actually caught a pike and we haven't blanked. But I'm not going to change my lure because I know obviously this one works, you know, and it worked well enough. So let's just see if we can get a bigger one. I'm in, guys. This is a bigger one. Yeah. It's still not massive, but we've caught a bigger one. Oh my gosh, he's got teeth. All right, hang on. Oh my God, right. He's not big enough to unhook him, Matt, but I'll put him down on my... I'm gonna look like a proper wet wipe here. Well, I've managed to get my hook out, guys, but he's got a treble stuck down. Somebody else has caught him. Well, he's got a treble stuck down his neck. So I'm going to try and get down there and get it out for him. Trying to look after the fish as much as possible. If you think I'm a pussy because I've got a glove on, then I'm sorry, but these fish have got teeth, and I don't know how big a fish I'm going to catch. Well, there he is, guys. I've got to get him back as soon as possible. I managed to cut the treble out of his mouth, but he's still got a wire trace in there, but no hooks, so he's better than what he was when he started. Let's get him back quick. Well, that pike did swim off okay, but please guys, if you are coming pike fishing, please bring the tools to be able to get the hooks out of their gobs, because you're using barbed hooks, you're using trebles. Honestly guys, please get a pair of long nose pliers just so that you can get the hook out of the fish's mouth. I managed to obviously get mine out and the one that was already in there. He's gone back in the water, but on the other hand, it's a much better fish. I did end up getting a couple of teeth through my gloves, so I'm glad I've got it, even if I am a pussy. But honestly guys, it's a bigger fish, a bigger pike. Happy days. Let's see if we can catch another. Now I wanted to quickly tell you about that pike before I had to perform some kind of surgery on it, which by the way guys, I managed to get the treble out of it, and the fish went, listen, I had the fish out of the water longer than I wanted to, but I was trying, I was rushing, you know what I mean? And I probably bent his neck and his body in certain ways, but I was trying to open his mouth because he wouldn't open his mouth, and I was trying to get the hook out, and you know, hook stuck in fish's mouth. In time, obviously the hooks will rust away, but it's just like, if it's there and I can sort it out, I will, and I did. So yeah, bottom line is the fish went back in the water and swam away alive, right? And he's obviously gone back in the water and he's in much better condition now than he was before I hooked him. So, but that just goes to show you, like, he's gone for a bait and got a treble stuck in his mouth and he's still eating. Listen, we've all got to eat. So yeah, but no, I wanted to tell you about it because when I was reeling it in, I was reeling my lure in, and I felt a bite, I felt it go, but it didn't like hook on. So I slowed down the winding and I was watching it because it wasn't far away from me, probably about a rod's length away from me, maybe a bit more. And I saw him turn in the water and I saw his belly, so I stopped reeling and he took it and I reeled in again and bang, I hit him and he was on. But yeah, it's just starting to get dark now, which is really good. So I'm gonna head back over to the first original spot, and I still want to get a bigger one, guys. And there's me thinking as it gets darker the fishing would get better, but that just hasn't been the case. I just want one more fish. I'm gonna be honest with you, I just want one more fish and then I'm gonna leave. But I want to make it a good one. I want it to be a big one. Or in fact, you know what, I'm just happy with any. Well, I think that is it, guys. It's the end of the session now. I've just cast it into a tree and I've just completely lost the tail on my jig, and it's just, I can't cast that. It's just got no movement in the water. It might catch something, but it's probably not worth it. It's getting dark now. To catch one fish was great. To catch two was fantastic, but I guess to catch three was asking for too much. Unfortunately, we didn't get the third time lucky, the bigger pike. But hey, listen, I've caught arguably the smallest pike on camera. So that is the title of this video. Please go down, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more fishing content. I'm gonna go maggot feeder fishing tomorrow, but obviously that video won't be live tomorrow or whatever, so I will take the camera and hopefully get a video up for you guys as soon as possible. But as I say, if you did like the video, guys, it does help me out if you go and like the video, and obviously subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Keep fishing.